So you've got to tell me about, because I mean I was around Kentish Town as well, so you'd always see him. So what? Tell us some of the sightings of Mr. Cutler.
Well, the song is specifically, I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It's about being on the bus with Ivor Cutler, the C11 bus, which
I'm familiar with it. To Archway.
Which it was going the other way. It was actually going to Brent Cross.
Okay.
If you want specifics, which I think we should get into.
Yeah, absolutely.
This kid came on. This school kid came on and sat next to him, and they started talking. And it was just like, you know, this kid, this is like some black kid from the local school, that sat down, and they had this really kind of very sort of real conversation, and the kid was just asking him about his hat.
Really?
And Ivor Cutler was just talking about it, and he said the words, "It's a very dependable hat," and they were just, and it wasn't, the kid wasn't taking the piss out of it. No. It was just like a very nice conversation between two very unlikely kind of parties, and that's, you used to get a lot of that kind of thing, and it's really just that one bus journey, and it just came back to me one day when it was, you know, those kind of songs that just pop into your head where you haven't really planned. There's no kind of I must write a song about Ivor Cutler. I was just walking along, and the words "singing a song with Ivor on the bus" came into my head. I just recalled that incident, and that's it. That's all the song is.
But he was a figure, wasn't he, that everybody looked up to? And didn't he give people little sayings on bits of paper?
Yeah, I think he did.
He had little bits of paper that he'd carry around a bit. But he was like, obviously he was completely sort of sewn into your life because of Peel and all that stuff. And as a teenager, you had that kind of almost like a sort of
well, and it was also, I think, when he died, I can't remember when was it? When did he die? I can't remember. But it seemed to be that because he lived in that area, I think he lived sort of around the kind of Dartmouth Park, Dartmouth Park Road area, sort of Kentish Town, Gospel Oak kind of area. And when he was gone, it was sort of quite like, it was like sort of like, I don't know, a sign of like, the kind of eccentric people are now moving are not allowed here, and it's now it's, you know, the area has now gone up, and it's sort of like, you know, it's actors and lawyers now live here, and the likes of, so he was a signifier, I guess, of the people who were kind of probably not really allowed to exist anymore, because he'd probably be, you know, he'd be sort of like, I don't know, if he was around today and no one knew, he'd probably be seen as like some sort of like local pervert or something. You know, there's a funny little guy in glasses, you know.
But he was a bohemian, wasn't he? Exactly, bohemian of those areas. No, I know exactly what you mean. That kind of moment. That sort of, and the people are still around. Yeah, he was, amazing. Yeah. You wanted him to be there. I mean, when I'd see him around, and he was incredibly present, and he was also had that kind of potency that was like, that we were talking about when doing the songs, and it's like, for some people it's like, it's Ivor Cutler, and some people it's like, who's that weird guy?
As it should be.
Exactly,
you know, it kind of should be like that. And it just seems to me that those, you know, it's that world now seems to be closed down, and without sort of moan. I'm not going to moan about young people because I have two of them anyway. I own two young people, so that's not my job to moan about them. But you know, it seems like to be eccentric is like kind of not, it's not seen as a good thing anymore. It's not a noble cause as it maybe once was. It's just like, it's sort of like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to even exist. You know, and I was very into the kind of the idea of, if you are, you know, if you're a freak, then you should just be very proud of it. Fly your freak flag high. All that kind of stuff.
And he was just completely consistent from one end to the other as well.
Never give up. That kind of thing. Just, you know, defiant.
Yes, exactly. Well, as we were just saying about Pat Fish.
Different
way, defiantly,
well,
you know, just sticking with it.
Two songs where you know, they're kind of broadcasts from the outer limits, beyond the veil,
the other side.
Other side.
Oh, fantastic! Good. Well, that's what we need to know about Ivor. And then we're going to go and record Pat as well.
Let's go and do a Pat song.
Cool.
Lovely Pat.